Welcome to part 4 of my Folding Frenzy series. In this video, we're going to look at how to make three-dimensional paper shapes. In my class, I have 8 different shapes that students can use, some of them harder than others. I found them all on the internet just by Googling. I've started out by printing these on cardstock. It helps to have a thicker piece of paper for the folding. The first step is cutting out the shape. I'm going to demonstrate this first one completely, the cutting and the folding. The second one, I'll demonstrate the folding. And then for the rest of them, I'll just show you the result. It is very important when you're cutting to cut it completely and exactly on the lines. This is a challenge for students, especially the younger students and the first time that they've done it. If they bring it to you without every line cut and every notch cut, send them back, tell them to keep cutting. Craftsmanship is especially important in all of the Folding Frenzy projects. So it's all cut out. The next thing you have to do is fold on every fold line. You can see the dotted line right here. Fold it all the way over, press it down, open it up. Again, students will not want to do all of them. They'll bring them to you and say, this isn't working, I can't make this work. Send them back and say they have to fold every single one. Sometimes I have to send them back 3 times before they have folded every one, because they want to make the shape, but they don't want to do all of the detail work that is necessary to make it work. If all the lines are pre-folded correctly, the box practically folds itself. You could put glue stick on these tabs, but I find tape works much better. It helps if you have one person hold the box. When I'm teaching them how to do it, I usually hold each fold for them and show them where to put the tape. After they've done a few, they can either hold it themselves or get a friend to do it. This you can tape it closed or leave it open, depending on your plans for the rest of it. Also, these shapes can all be colored on or decorated, but you want to do that before you tape it up. Often my students will like to take these and build something from them, perhaps putting things out of the sides for arms or legs, or put a head on there. So the cube is the easiest place to start. Next, we're going to do the 4-sided pyramid. I already have that one cut. You can fold either way, this way or that way, but I think it's easier to see exactly where you're folding if your lines are facing up while you're folding. I'm putting my nail down here to really burnish it closed, but that is a skill that your young ones probably are not going to have yet. The 4-sided pyramid is probably the second easiest. And you see by using this cardstock how nice and crisp a fold you get. It holds together while you're folding. Again, you can see once you've got those folds, it practically puts itself together. A little tape, and there is your 4-sided pyramid. You can see how this can easily be the basis of a building project. 4-sided pyramid, before and after. Also fairly easy is the rectangle, goes together just like the square. And you can see I have gotten these from all different sources. This is not designed by the same people who did this one. So this, I think, is the easiest to follow, with the very dark lines for cutting and the dotted lines for folding. But they're not all designed that way. You could make your own for uniformity. In this one, it's the shaded areas that are folded as tabs. Students often get confused, and when they cut it out, they'll cut the tabs right off, or sometimes they'll cut each of these squares out separately. Luckily, it's just printer paper. they can get another one and try again. The last favorite that I start them with is the three-sided pyramid. Also goes together pretty easily. Just using these four will give you a good variety. But if you're ready for a big challenge, you could try the diamond. Now, the diamond doesn't even have the flaps in a different color. They're all the same color. But you're not going to give this to a student until they understand how things work. So when they cut it out all along the edges, then they're going to fold every line. And once they've folded it, if they've already made the other shapes, they're going to be able to figure out, probably with a little help, because this one's tricky, how to tape it together. This gem is really great, especially if you do them in a variety of colors, make a big collection of them. This takes a little more dexterity to get all these taped together in a point, but it's not that complicated to figure out. This gem, on the other hand, that one's tricky. So this space right here is the top, and then all of these get folded up and taped together individually. So this is definitely a two-handed project. You're going to want to help them with that one. These final two are just wacky, and I would not recommend these for any but the most advanced students. And the real tricky part of this one is how this thing folds under. And that is right here. It takes me a minute to figure it out each time I do it. So this one makes a really cool house, but it can be a little tricky to figure out how to put it together. And you can see that this one actually has the source on it of where I got this online. So if you want to try this one, it comes from messytimes.com. Also from Messy Times is this thing. It's a tree. And that one is really complicated to put together, but your more advanced students who find the box a little too easy, you can give them the tree, let them have at it. Again, I found all of these just by Googling, and that's project number 4 in my Folding Frenzy series. I have other individual demonstration videos for the other projects: paper snakes, fans, spinners, and the tissue paper flowers. Then I have the master video, which gives an explanation of the whole Folding Frenzy unit. I'm also going to throw in 2 bonus demonstrations. Remember, I'm going to be posting my entire elementary art curriculum on the Heidi How channel. So if you want to see it all, make sure that you like, subscribe. Commenting also helps it show up in your feed. If you interact with the video in any way, it's going to be more likely that you will see the videos as I post them. This is Heidi How. Have fun folding.